Good morning everybody, welcome to this lovely Monday morning. Today we are going to do a little bit of activation, some passive and active stretching and a nice flow. Okay, so we're just going to start in the wide knee here. What we will have is 2 blocks at hand. So bring the knees out wide, snap your toes coming to touch. And gently just sit back onto the heels and feel the front of the shins and the toes stretching out into the floor. And then we'll extend the arms out fully in front of us, resting our forehead onto the mat. So spreading the fingers nice and evenly, feel placing the thumb, little finger, all the finger pads pressing gently into the floor. And as you inhale, finding the expansion from the abdomen into the rib cage, right up into the shoulder tips, and broadening and widening the rib cage as you inhale. And as you exhale, just releasing into the shoulders, releasing into the hips, knees, ankles and toes. With the eyes closed, just centering, just finding that little bit of space, that little pause point before we start. So we're going to lift our heads, just gently sweep our arms out to the right, keeping them shoulder width or maybe just that little bit more. Actively turn your right rib cage more into your right inside thigh and gently walk the arms away another little bit. So focusing more on the lateral stretch on that left arm. Lovely, and we'll slide the right hand back, come up onto the tippy fingers, roll onto the little finger side of our left hand and just stick a little turn into our thigh as we press that left shoulder blade, left arm down into the mat. Lots of activity in the fingertips of your right hand as you elevate into the elbow to lift that right rib cage up to the sky as you press down into the left. Lovely, and then we'll sweep the arms all the way out to the outside. Same thing again here. Give us up a little extra lift, length, and sliding the arms away, feeling that now primarily in your right lateral side. Turn that left rib cage slightly in, slide left hand back coming onto tippy fingers, elevating into that left elbow side onto the right little finger side, pressing the arm away another little bit. Remember, we're keeping that little right butt cheek nice and grounded into our heel. Elevation to the tippy fingers into the elbow and into the side ribs on that left side as we press down into the right. Lovely, sweeping it back to our center point, slide the arms out in front of us, we'll press into extended table, lift the toes and press the heels towards the butt cheeks as we lift up into the crown of the head, pressing the head back out slightly, keep those toes nice and active. Lovely, and then we'll pop the feet down. Walk the hands in, coming into our classic tabletop all fours. Cat-cow as we inhale, dip the spine. And as we exhale, round and curl chin to chest and nose to navel. Hang up through the shoulders so that you feel the spread in between the shoulder blades and down the back of the neck. Inhaling as we dip. Bring awareness to that tailbone, lifting, drawing towards the back of your head. Exhaling, curling. Pressing the floor away with your hands so that you get that lovely lift right into the upper thoracic. Inhaling to dip. Lovely. Exhaling to curl. Last time. Lovely, and we'll just come into a neutral tabletop. So from here, slide the hands back just a little bit, okay? I'm going to press all 4 corners of the hands into the mat, and then we're going to do some finger stretches. So we're going to press the hands into the mat first, and then we're going to pull the heels of the hands off the mat and peel right up onto the fingers, and press it back down. And peel it up, and press it down. And peel it up. So put quite a lot of tension in those fingers to stretch them out. Lovely. Push the floor away right up to the finger pads. Good, and then releasing the hands, we're going to turn the left hand onto the back of its hand. press the wrist point into the hand, lift and lengthen, straighten into that left shoulder as much as you can as you press the back of that left hand into the mat. Okay, stacking the shoulder over the heel of that hand, and then swapping it around. So back of the right hand, press the whole hand into the mat, lift and elevate, and really push into the floor, again as if you're pushing the floor away with the back of your hand. Lovely, and then when you release it out, you're going to bring the wrists to one another, spread the fingers out and just rock the shoulders from side to side. Try not to let the heel of the hand, wrist, come off the mat. Lovely. Now when we come back to center, just grab a block, pop it in between your feet, lengthways. Bring your insteps nicely against that block and take a little seat down onto it. Okay. So when you're sitting on your block, try not to let the heels roll out. I want to feel like they're being drawn in towards the center of the block. Toes nicely spread onto the mat. Okay. Tipping the fingertips on the floor, just stretching out the front of our ankles. Okay. You're just going to rock the body weight back into your bum and float the knees off the mat. Good. So press down into the tops of the toes, lift the knees as high as they want to go. Keep the heels drawn in. Breathe out, stretch out those front ankles. Lovely. And then as we come down, slide the arms away into your classic hare pose, heels drawn in towards that block. From your classic hare pose, coming into extended table, strap the shoulders out directly over the heels of the hands. Have a little look of your feet, curl those toes under, lift the knees, and as you slide back into your downward facing dog, press the insteps firmly against the outside edges of those blocks and feel the lift through the inside thighs. Good, so we're not walking out legs here, we're just doing this nice and active here, drawing the heels down, lifting the sit bones up, engaging through the front of the legs, keeping our tummy nice and drawn in as we lengthen the spine. Lovely. And then inhale forward into your plank pose. Once you come into your plank pose, I want you to take your feet and place them the other way around so that the tops of the feet are on the mat. Okay. Squeeze the insteps into that block. Lovely, and then we'll drop the knees, and as we exhale, take the shoulders forward, chest falls coming in between the hands. Okay. Slide those legs and feet away with the block intact. And as you squeeze onto the block with your 2 feet, inhale into cobra pose. Try not to let those heels fall out. Exhaling as we come down, we're going to press up through table. Curl out our toes. And come back into that downward facing dog. So don't worry about the block now being under your foot. What I want you to do is slide the block to where your right foot would be. Okay? A little bit of toe manipulation. Place your right foot on that block. Okay? And come into a leg on a block, left leg on the floor, downward facing dog. So feeling a little bit more extra stretch going on into your right calf muscle. Try not to grip the toes too much, turn the lengthen out to the heel. And then we're going to inhale, float the left leg up to the sky. Good. Lovely. So we're creating height and elevation with the block. So from here, activating the core, we're going to take a right knee as high up to the outside of the arm as we can go. Coming forward. Suck it right up and hit that shoulder. And then inhale, lift, press it all the way back up. Exhaling again, so the shoulders come forward, they stack, knee comes forward, it squeezes on, and up. Lovely, last time. High through those shoulders, press, feel that tummy lifted. And then we'll pop that foot down. We'll slide the block into the middle. Drop onto our knees, just relax into your head pose. Really a minute, you can turn the palms of the hands to face the sky. Around the head. Lovely, and then we'll do the same on the other side. So from my head pose into our downward facing dog. Placing the block now in Square it off into that downward facing dog. Inhale, float right leg up. Okay. So from here, as you take the shoulders forward, really press the four corners of the hands into the mat. Lift the knee high, wide, and right out to that shoulder. And then inhale, all the way back up. Exhale, shoulders really press the floor away. And inhale, back up. Exhaling last time, bring it as high as you can. And then inhale, all the way up, and then put that foot onto the floor. Bring the block back into the middle, pop onto your knees. Relax the toes and back into your hand pose. And from here, just sliding the hands to the knees. Place the fingertips onto the shoulders. And start making nice little circles with the arms. Really pulling the elbows into one another, up and back and down. And then we'll take it the other way. Good. Nicely mobilizing the shoulders. Good. And then releasing it down. So we're going to take the block that's in underneath us, place it out in front of us. Bring the block as wide as your mat on both sides. Okay. Make sure that they're even. Front to back. You're going to place your hands on the block. Coming up, stack the shoulders directly over the heels of the hands. Extend the legs away, plank pose. Drawing the belly button to the spine. So, press the backs of the toes on the mat. Okay. If you need to lift the hips a little bit to stop sagging our belly, lift the hips a little bit. Fully engaging those legs. Press away onto those two blocks. One more breath here. And then from here, just push the feet in a little bit so you can come into downward facing dog with your hands on the block. Lovely. And then we're going to walk through the arms to come and sit. So lift your head, stack the shoulders, lift the hips, lift up onto the toes. Okay. And all you're going to do is walk forward, bend the knees, bring it all the way through and come and sit down. Lovely, sliding blocks back to the halfway down. Bring your bums in line with that. Okay. So now we want the heels of the hands, palms of the hands firmly in the block. We want the block at the side of our hips, not behind or in front. Lovely. Pressing out to the heels. Okay. We're going to lift those bums up and just engage our core. Press the hands into the block. Breathe it out. And then releasing it down. Shoulders a little roll. And again, shoulders up, back, down, press into the block. Lift your bum. Full flexion to your feet. Engage those lovely shins, quads. And just lift your right leg up. And just breathe. Good. And release that right leg down. Don't drop your bums. Left leg. Good. Active leg and foot. Well done. And then release again. Once you release it down, just pop the blocks out to one side. Cross those legs and roll it over. Step it back into a plank pose. Exhale. Inhale into a cobra. And all the way back into downward facing dog. So just experience downward facing dog now with any props here. Allow your heels to settle and draw back. Okay. Active balls of feet lift to your insteps. Length to the toes. Then we'll step, jump or walk in between our hands. Full forward fold as you exhale. Maybe bent knees, maybe straight legs, entirely up to you. Soft arms, head and neck. Breathe it out. So we're going to come into our sun salutation B. There's going to be a little slight difference through it. So just listen carefully. So inhale, we'll just bend the knees. Roll the way up, stand, float the arms above the head, look up. Exhaling hands to hug. Mentally, physically, just bring yourself right here, right now. Good. Inhale, float the arms up. And exhaling through our chair pose. Full forward fold. Inhaling out, and that's not half full forward fold. You exhale. Exhale, step drop, walk back and close. Exhaling all the way down to the floor. Inhaling, want you to come into cobra. Exhaling, want you to come down. Inhaling into upward facing dog. Good. Keeping the feet exactly where they are, no curling of toes under. Exhale into a downward facing dog shape. Good. Inhaling as we come forward, drop the knees, curl the toes under, drop the chest forward, little bond lift to the sky, scoot the legs and feet away, cobra again. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Inhaling, floating right leg up to the sky, stepping right foot in between the hands, left heel, swiveling down. Inhale, big warrior one. Exhaling, plant the hands, step back onto the ball, left foot, back into downward facing dog. Inhaling forward into plank pose. Exhaling, chaturanga dandasana. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Floating left leg up to the sky. Stepping left foot in between hands, right heel swings down, warrior one. Exhaling to come down, ball of right foot, step it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple it forward. Exhaling, come up your knees whenever you need to. Upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Breathe. Another couple of breaths here. Think about how we want to mobilize our heels. Feel the lift through the shin. Lovely. Instead of jumping forward, we're going to walk our hands to our feet. Hang it out, forward fold. Lengthening the spine. One more breath there. Really surrendering into this. Letting the shoulders hang. Lovely. Coming into our half. The heel toe our feet together. Good. Just gently roll up. Big inhale. Exhale, Utkatasana chair pose. So talking sitting. Good. Hands to heart center. Prayer twist to the right. So pressing right hand against left, we'll twist it out to the right. Lift and lengthen to the crown of the head. Good. Square off our lovely knees. Press the thumbs to a sternum notch. Sinking down into the bums just another little bit. Lovely. Exhaling, fold it out. Forward fold. Make this a little more active, maybe walking the hands behind, or holding onto the backs of the legs, or walking the hands forward. And then we'll gently roll all the way up. Big inhale, exhaling chair, tucking it in. Good. So feel like you're sitting back and down, shoulders are nice and relaxed. Hands coming to prayer, this time twisting out to the left. Right elbow to left thigh, squaring the knees. And as you lift your left side up, draw your right ribs over. From chest to sternum notch. Breathe. Sit down a little deeper. And then we'll exhale, fold it out again, another nice active fold. So swap it around a little bit. If you're in a forward fold, and maybe you're going to try and take the arms forward. Maybe sparkling them out wide. Maybe bring them behind you. So find something slightly different to do with your arms. Lovely. And then from here, just soft bend to the knee. Gently roll all the way up with the shoulders in a roll. Separate the feet out slightly, coming into half seated stage, right leg. So we're up onto the toe, we're going to bend deep into our knee. Give a little tail tuck so we can find our seat. Engage our lovely core, and take that right ankle bone over our left thigh. Relax the knee out, relax that right butt cheek, and just gently sit into this. So you can bring your hands to heart center. or you can wrap your left elbow crease around your right little toe side, bringing your hands to prayer at that point. Softening your gaze, finding your seat here. And then we'll release that out. Give that left leg a little shake out. This time, coming onto the ball of the left foot, we're sitting down into our right foot and leg. Nice engaged through core, soft gaze. Left ankle bone sitting over our lovely right thigh. So just find, even if it's just hand on foot and knee, just take your time. Lowering as we go. Hands to prayer, active left foot. Steady eye gaze. Again, wrap it around. Breathe. Just gently evolving the stretch in your left buttock as you find your balance. Lovely. And then we'll release it all the way up. Big inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center, just bending the knees to come down, to just balance out onto those toes. Okay, knees are going wide. So firstly, we're going to do baby crow, and we have our blocks in for our mommy crow. So we're going to come onto our forearms. Okay, so bring the arms out in front of you. Okay, make sure they're shoulder width, and actively then press the forearms down into the mat. Okay? Once you've actively pressed the forearms down into the mat, you're taking the inside of your knee high onto the outside edge of your arm. And all you're simply doing is shifting as you squeeze your body weight forward and float your toes. So nose is off the floor, toes is off the floor, and we're just balanced down, just hovering off the floor, suctioning in our ribcage. Lovely, and pop it all the way back. Now, if you don't want like the idea of doing mama crow, you can do your baby crow again. Okay. Some people like using blocks for their head, okay, or for their feet. So we're going to try it with our head today. Okay. So again, knees coming out wide. What you want to do is have the hands just behind the block, a couple of inches maybe to the side. And then we're going to do this lovely drop. So we're squeezing in. This time the forearms don't come onto the mat, but they're lowered as much as we can. We're going to push up high onto the toes, and as you take the head forward, there we are, just let the feet float off the mat. If you're practicing crow without your blocks, brilliant. Okay, just maintain it wherever you're at. Tucking the heels into the bum. Lovely, and then we'll float it all the way back down. Smooth the blocks out of the way, and with two knees together, just bring yourself back into your head pose. Good. Down into our downward facing dog. Nicely lift the sit bones. Coming forward into plank pose. And nice and slowly down to the floor, pressing the heels away, bending the elbows, okay, or should I say from the elbows, as you come nice and slowly down to the ground. Once you come down to the ground here, okay, it can be a nice activation. So just knock onto your forearms, okay, and swing your right knee out in line with your hip, so it's a little box shape, okay. And just feel what it feels like just to be having this hip open like this here. Okay. Sometimes it can be a bit too much if you slide the leg down a little bit. Okay. Just breathing out here for a wee minute, softening into the inside thigh. Lovely. So then we're going to press up onto our forearms, okay? And we're activating our right thigh, our right inside leg, by lifting the knee up. And down, and up, and down, and up, and down, and up, and down. Feel how your core is really activating your obliques. Good. Last time. Good. So from here, if that was okay for you and it wasn't too challenging, okay, you're going to add a little bit more onto this here. So you're resting up onto your forearm, or you can rest onto your elbow. Find something that's comfortable here. So instead of just lifting the knee, we're lifting the whole leg. Taking it back, bringing it back in, and dropping it down. A whole leg, and back, and in, and down. Whole leg, up, back, in, and down. And last time, a whole leg, back, and down. Lovely. From here, just simply roll onto your left side. Good. Once you're on your left side, stacking everything one on top of the other. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Now flexion into that foot and as high as you can go without rolling back onto the back edge of your left buttock. Okay, so if you're rolling off the side leg, bring it up. So you might not be able to take it very, very high here. So pushing up and against and away from the floor. A nice straight body. Good. Then we're going to bend the knee, bring it in towards our shoulder. Catch hold of our lovely right big toe and extend the leg up. Again, we're trying not to roll off that left leg. Woo, it's quite hard. Keep that left outside edge leg firmly embedded. Good. And then as we release it down, just pressing up onto your left elbow, across your right foot, across the left leg. Left elbow in under left shoulder. Okay. And as we inhale, we push up into a side plank. We'll reach the arm up and over. And then as we come down, and up, and down, and up, and down, and up. Last time down, last time up. Good. Roll it back onto your belly. Bringing your left knee up in line with its hip. Good. So just rest on the two forearms now, just feeling how it feels like. Relax into that inside thigh. Remember, you can always take the leg a little bit lower. And then we're going to push up onto our forearms. Okay. And what we're doing is activating. So we're lifting that left knee, left inside thigh off the floor and back down. And off the floor and back down. And what you'll notice is you're pushing your elbows into the floor. Try not to push the elbows to get the lift. So press, engage, lift. See where the lovely oblique muscles pulling into action. Last one. Lovely. And then from here, maybe you're on your elbow. Okay. So if that's all right for you, you want to take it on to the next step. You're lifting the whole leg and sending it back. Bringing it in and dropping it down. Lifting it up, pressing it back. Try not to use your left forearm too much. It is helpful to use it into that, but try not to. Try to really get those abs, particularly your obliques on that left side, to really help you lift, press, draw it in, activating your psoas. Last one, back in and down, and then we'll roll out onto our right side foot, and then activate that left leg. Okay. So here, we don't want our bottom on the floor at all. We want to be completely on the side edge of our body, lifting that leg. Lift it up as high as you can go, pressing up to the ceiling. And then we'll bend the knee, grab hold of our left big toe, extend the leg up to the sky. Draw it back, draw it over. Lovely. as we come down, just press that left leg away. Inhaling into our upward facing dog. Exhaling downward facing dog. Just breathe here. So we're going to come into high lunge, floating left leg up to the sky, step left foot in between the hands. Find your lovely low lunge position first, and then just float it up. So from here, square off the chest, wall over the side, over the hips, sorry. And then just bend your right knee almost to the mat. Find your tailbone tuck. And just relax the arms here. Just breathing in. Good. Then we're going to interlace our fingers palm to palm. So I want you to take your right fingertips and curl them over your left hand. You see that? Good. We still got that knee bent. And then from here, okay, we're going to take our right arm behind our head and bring the left elbow in front of our left chest wall. So getting a very mini tricep stretch, and then we're extending and lengthening into that right leg now. Use the head to push back onto your right forearm a little bit. And then we're going to spin it out into our warrior two legs, turning head, neck, chest. Brilliant. Float the arms up and take them out the other way. Brilliant. So now left elbow is above left shoulder. Brilliant. Releasing the arms out. Classic Virabhadasana 2, look over that left arm. Good. And then we'll take the hands behind the back, okay? Just interlace the fingers and bring your left forearm around your back. Okay. Draw that shoulder back. Keep that lovely warrior two leg. And then take it around the other way. Right forearm, right behind your back. So we'll hook it onto our side waist, then we'll release and keep our right arm round and we'll rest left forearm onto left thigh. And then as we press it up, extend it into a reverse warrior. Keep that lovely warrior two leg. And then inhale, straightening out your legs. Okay, we'll bring our heels in now, thinking of a distance that you'll be able to do a nice wide knee squat. Hands behind your head, interlace those fingers. Press the knees wide. From here, little side bends. Left elbow towards left thigh. Center. Right elbow towards right thigh. Breathe into those thighs. Left and up. Breathe it out. Right time. Last side. Inhale to center. Parallel off those feet. And as you exhale, just hinge out. Relax the arms, fold it out. Little heel toe rock. Breathing it into the mat. Lovely. So from here, dip your fingers on the floor in front of you. Okay, so we're going to do heel toe rocks, but this time we're actually going to lift our heels and lift our toes. So firstly now, placing the hands fully on the floor if you can. Hands on the blocks if you need to. Okay. We're going to rock forward, stack the shoulders past the fingertips and push up high onto the toes. Just hold it here for a wee minute, pressing the floor away with your hands. Suck in that belly button and round that spine. As you come back down, you're going to roll up onto your heels. Ooh, that's it. And feet back down. Roll forward back up onto those toes. Let's see if I can do it right this time. When you come back, press the toes and lift, 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 lift the toes. And then roll it forwards. And then back. And then forwards. It's all a balancing trick. And then back. And then forwards. And then really lift up. It's strong on those wee legs, isn't it? Last gently roll it up. Bring your arms up, shoulder height, turn your left foot away, right heel out. Trikonasana triangle pose. Good. So we'll take that lovely rotation through the trunk. Eye gaze to our left thumb, right thumb. And then we'll bend our left knee. Good. Once we bend our left knee, then pop up onto the ball of our left foot. Keep that lovely deep seat with your left leg. Up we come, reverse. And then once we pop the heel down, square off, bring ourselves all the way down into a fold again. Lovely. So from here, we're going to do a leg balance on our left leg, Ardha Chandrasana right leg, but our foot of our left leg is going to stay pointing towards the edge of the mat. Okay. So maybe put a block out to that left side so that you've something to cling on. You're walking your hands to that left foot. You use your engagement, you push all the body weight into that left leg and lift that right leg high. Once you've got that right leg high and you're really activating into that little toe side, balance arm is your left arm. You're going to twist and turn it out to the right. Push into that lovely left big toe. Spin your left rib cage across the mat. Lovely. And then as we release it down, just step that foot out wide, walk it out to your right. Drop your back knee. Shimmy your right foot back a little bit so you can come into your crescent moon. Interlace those lovely fingers. And just give yourself a nice stretch back here. So we're going to press the heel of our right foot down as we press our right knee forward. Lovely. And then we'll plant the hands, curl the toe under, step back into downward facing dog. Inhale forward into plank. Exhale. Cobra or upward facing dog as we inhale. And exhale all the way back down facing dog. Brilliant. Give yourself a few moments just to settle it out here. And then we're going to float our right leg up now. And step our right foot in between our hands. Finding our low lunge position first. And then drawing ourselves up. So once we're up here, then we're going to activate this back leg by bending the knee, tucking the tail, and pressing that left hip forward. So just breathing into that. And then we're going to do the same hand position, but now it's left hand on top of right. Good, fingers interlaced. And as you bring it up, your left arm hooks behind your head, your right arm sits in front. Press out into that lovely heel now, extending your left leg. Press your head back against the arm. And then we'll swivel that heel down, coming forward into our warrior two legs, where we'll just simply swap the arm around. So it's like a modified cow's face arms here. Use the head to press up against those shoulders. Sorry, there's forearms. Stephanie, Monday morning. Lovely, and then we'll come into classic warrior two. Remember, you can deepen, make it a little bit more active. Eye gaze along that right arm. And then we'll take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. We're going to bring right forearm over our back. Wrap the hand around the waist. Good. And then sweep it the other way, left forearm over your back. Wrist against that, lovely. Let go, smooth it on. Right forearm rests onto right thigh. Shoulder rolls back, head, neck. Inline spine. And then we'll reverse. And then as we come to center, paralleling off those feet, turn those heels in again. So remember, find the distance that works for you, hands behind your head. Bend those knees. Good, so tucking that tail in, sitting down, try and be as upright as possible. Left elbow to left knee. Right elbow to knee. Left elbow to left knee. Right elbow. And just the lock. We'll do one more each side. And back. And then when we come back to center, straighten out the legs, parallel off those feet. Fold it all the way out, just hang it out. Lovely. And inhaling, so coming into a half, wide leg forward fold again. Okay. If you need to heel toe the feet in a little bit more, add a little bit more, just do whatever works for you. We're going to press back up onto those toes. Okay. Take our left hand under our nose, spin our right arm up to the sky. Good. So we're going to heel lift as much as we can. Okay, and then we're going to do something slightly different. We're going to bend our right knee, keeping up on the heel, and press our left heel down. Feel that lovely inside thigh stretch. And then you're going to swap it around the other way. So you rise up, you bring your right heel down, bend your left knee, you're on your toe. And just swap it around. So it's like walking out the feet. Lovely. Back up onto those toes, bring the two hands down, sweep the arms around the legs, give yourself a nice deep through forward fold. And then we'll do that on the other side. So half, plumb line onto your nose, right hand's there. We're up as high as we can go. Left arm spinning to the sky. And then from here, we're going to bend our left knee, sink our right heel down. And then swap it around. So, lift right up. Really active legs. Lovely, last time. Bringing it down. Place the 2 feet on the floor. Gently roll it all the way up. Exhaling, hands to heart center. So we're going to do that leg lift like our half moon pose. So we're going out to the right side. Okay. So as you fold down, okay, you'll shimmy your hands over to your right foot. You're activating your left leg and you're lifting it up. Flexion to your foot. Press the leg away. Bring your balance arm right arm. Okay. Once you've found your balance arm right arm, you're turning head, neck, chest to that lovely left leg. Press into your right big toe. Push the ceiling away with your left little toe side. Lovely. As you bring your hands down, step that left foot out wide, walk around to that left foot, knee comes down. Shimmy your left foot in if you need to. Crescent moon, interlace those fingers. Press. Really enjoy a lovely hip flexor stretch in that right leg. Lovely. And then we'll plant the hands, curl the arm to step back into our plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, all the way to the floor, cobra, or upward facing dog, big inhale. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Lovely. So just dropping onto your knees here. We're going to get our 2 blocks. Now, we're going to do option 1 first, and then option 2. If you come into option 2 and you don't like it, then just go back to option 1. Okay. So we're taking the block, and we want to place it between our shoulder blades, okay? Not in the soft part under our rib cage. So you get to sort of thinner point of your rib cage, and there's like bits that if you poke somebody there, it's kind of like tickly. Want to avoid that completely. So it's sort of going to be in between the shoulder blades. Okay, so come in here, you're going to bring the block behind you. Keep the legs and feet hips width. Take the hands behind your back, find the block in the midline, and as you roll back onto your elbows, okay, lift that chest more like you would do for you when you stress in a camel pose, okay, and just lie right. Now, some people don't like the sensation of their head hanging, so it's okay to pop a block in underneath it, okay? So you could be lying with this lovely thoracic stretch here. We want to keep the legs hips width or slightly wider. You could have your head on the block. You might just want to let your head hang. Okay. So whatever you're feeling the most comfortable at, and this is where sometimes it gets a bit challenging for people, particularly if their rotator cuffs are a little bit off sync and they've got shoulder issues. So do be careful. Inhale, float the arms up and over the head, and just let them hang and rest down to the mat. Well, what you might find is that your arms don't come down at all. Okay, so maybe you'll place a block and let your fingertips just rest on the block. Okay. So wherever you're at, I just want you to really soften and let go. Passively stretching out your thoracic spine here and your shoulders. So we're going to do, say, another 5 breaths here. If you want, you can extend your legs out. You've got your hollow back position there. And find that you're concentrating your flow of breath into your lovely ribs, your spine, your neck, shoulders. Okay, so to come out of it, I have to lift my left arm up because it gets a bit caught with that rotator cuff. Once you come up here very carefully, tuck the chin into the chest and gently bring yourself up. Don't forward fold with this, okay? Because we are now going to take the block, if it feels okay for you, on its higher side. Okay, so the top rim of the block now is sitting in your upper thoracic. So you want it up high, okay? Not going onto the little ball at the base of your neck either. So you've got to find that happy medium. So again, other blocks near us, okay? We want to find that. Now I know the foam blocks are a little bit like wibbly wobbly, so really try and find careful placement. So you've got upper thoracic stretch, so you can see it's right in between those shoulder blades, okay? Knees are bent, okay? And then we're going to take this other block, palms of the hands on the 2 small edges, okay? Lift them up to the side. So from here, we're letting the head hang now within that thoracic spine stretch, okay? And then we're going to bend the elbows, tuck the chin into the chest, place the back of the head onto that rim of the block, and let the head bring the arms over for us. Now, for here, it can be very tight in the shoulders. So what we're effectively doing is trying to learn to take our arms over and back behind our head, maintaining our elbow alignment, our forearm alignment. So press the hands against the block, push the head against the block, and only push it as far as your shoulders feel that stretch. You don't want to overdo it. Then you can come out with your lovely extended legs. So this kind of shoulder stretch will really help you when you're coming maybe into your royal pigeon, or you're trying to take your arm over your head for your dancer pose rather than taking it behind your body. All something we aspire to. Maybe we'll get there one day. You might end up finding that your fingers are reaching the floor now. And again, we're just holding it for a couple of breaths. Lovely. And then extending the block away. So coming out of this very carefully, elbows on the floor, gently push up, slide the block away. Once you've slid the block away, just let yourself peel down the mat. Once you've peeled down the mat, walk the feet in. Lift the bums, smooth the lower back into the mat, and then gently lift left knee into chest wall, just squeezing it in. And we'll slide our right leg away. Use that little extra draw in here. And then just releasing it back to its natural space. Right hand catches left thigh, left arm, moves away from the body. Very gently taking it over into your spinal twist. Okay, so once you're here, you can use your right elbow to lift the right shoulder to settle back into your left shoulder. Gently draw that thigh down. If you want, you can extend that lovely left leg away, catching hold of the back of the thigh, or if you're lucky enough, back of the calf, or even your toe foot. And then we'll work back into our center point, taking it to the other side. So we're going to drop our right knee in, give it a good squeeze in, right into that chest wall. Sliding that lovely left leg away. Extra draw right thigh in. And then we'll catch hold. So let it just sort of hang back to its normal space. Sweeping your right arm away, rolling out to the left. And again, we want to stop all the shoulder lifting on this side. So we're going to smooth back onto our right shoulder. Let that left leg stay right in line with its hip, and the right foot just diagonally down to the floor. And breathing it out again, you can extend that leg away if you want to. And just breathe through your spinal column, sideways to the ribs. Lovely, and then we'll bring it all the way back in. Tuck the knees into our chest last time. And then we'll pop the feet on the floor and just take it out into Uttanasana. Let the little toe side roll out. Again, we want to really connect the back body to the mat. So if there's a lot of fidgeting going, just find that back body nicely snuggled in. Big breath in, and as you exhale, just open the eyes and just let out all the breath. And as you gently close your lips, then for your inhale, just slow and steady and naturally relax. And just bring your awareness now to that surrounding area, all the different noises, all the different vibrations that you can hear. Just gently acknowledging each one, not necessarily having to identify it, but just acknowledging it, moving from that to the next, to the next, to the next. And then just as if you were submerged in a beautiful, big, warm bath, and you're just letting your head sink underwater, Find a very nice, still and quiet place to reside. Lovely, so with the fingers where the toes, take a nice big stretch. And with a good stretch, we'll gently walk the feet in again, smoothing the lower back in, talking about hug it in, nice squeeze. And up we come. Well done everybody, have a lovely day. Namaste.